Okay, hello everyone and welcome. I am so excited today because we are kicking off the Author Spotlight series for The Power Within, finding strength, voice, and vision. And today I get to kick things off with Suelynn Silva, one of the authors of The Power Within. This book, the digital copy is coming out on November 14th, which is this Friday. So mark your calendars. Today we're going to be digging in a little bit to Sulynn's story and the journey of writing her chapter. Welcome, Suelynn.
Hi, thank you, Nicolette, for having me. I'm excited.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. So my first question for you is, what inspired you to share your story? What made you say yes to this opportunity and be a contributing author in The Power Within?
Really, I wanted, I've been wanting to tell my story. I think stories are important. It's important to tell your story. And I'm kind of transitioning into this new being seen
Mhm.
rather than hiding energy and pulling and coming out of, like I was shy for many years. And, even though I was building my business, I still had a lot of hiding energy that I was holding on to from past, subconsciously and from the past. And really a lot of fear of putting yourself out there. And I've told my story in small, parts of my story in a small group that I'm with, and really getting out publicly, I wanted to share. And if I can help one person with my story, then I've done my job.
Absolutely. I love it so much. Um, so tell us a little bit about the story that you felt called to share.
Well, in about it kind of it's not chronological. A lot of the stuff I went through is through the whole process is kind of towards the end. The clear chaos to clarity, that part is basically throughout the whole process. But when I and my son was about 2.5, is about he's he's 21 now, so that'll tell you how long ago
Few
that was.
years ago.
Few years ago. So
Yeah.
that's when my journey really started in self-discovery. And I received a book in the mail. It talks a little bit about that. And it was literally, the book changed my life. It was a group joining me a part of this group. Um, and it's literally changed my life because it took me down a different road of seeing myself and seeing the world and really wanting to open up. I mean, the book was like this big, phone book size. I have one sitting right here. It's phone book size. And I never read any pages, any books in high school other than I didn't read that much, maybe 100 pages, and then they would be boring. I'd toss them aside. I go, how am I going to get through this big giant 1,000-page book?
Wow.
And I ended up reading the whole thing and couldn't put it down. And I read it again with my husband, and I got two more after that that were the same size, and they were huge. And it did change my life. It took me from, it started my path of self-discovery. It started my path of really believing in myself and believing that I could make a difference in my own life and then help make a difference in other people's lives. And it's just been an amazing journey. I became part of that group and I became a mentor in that group because I've been studying the literature for so long that I'm a mentor and I teach other people the information. So it's been very powerful for
Yeah.
me to be a part of this. And but I got have to admit I became very comfortable there.
Mhm.
And going out into the world wasn't as easy for me as being there because I'm
Yeah.
comfortable there. So I wanted to bring myself out into the rest of the world.
You're really pushing yourself into the visibility piece, but you're right. It's one thing to kind of learn and embody
Yeah.
and create transformation in our own lives. And then when we start sharing more visibly, it's like a whole nother element that we get to walk through, right?
Yeah.
I love that a book really kicked off your journey, and here
Yeah.
you are writing a book. And
Right.
so this is such a, pick up the book, read the
Right.
book, allow yourself to be seeing things from a different perspective. What was the name of the book, if you don't mind me asking, unless you don't know right
It
off the
was
top?
actually the first book I got was it was literally packaged at that time as a secret society were actually coming out into the
Oh,
world, but it was well, the little booklet they sent was Greatest Kept Secret, and the first one was the Inside Secrets. So
mm, wow.
yeah,
Awesome. Um,
amazing.
so how did the process of writing your chapter How has it impacted you personally and professionally? You kind of talked a little bit about that, how, kind of coming out of, your little cocoon, how that's created some kind of unique, you had to overcome some of that, but is how overall has this process kind of.
It's really been amazing because it showed, I could see my story in writing and I could see how, wow, look how far I have came. Look how much I have changed over the years.
Yeah.
It really shows the growth and the transformation, even though sometimes we don't see that growth and transformation in our own selves because we're in it. So we
Yeah.
don't always see how much we've changed. But then when you reflect, you said, wow, I used to be a completely different person 20 years ago than I am now. So it
Yeah.
really gives you, yeah, the writing process really helps you to see that.
Yeah, the clarity that comes through. I've had a lot of authors kind of shine a light on the clarity that comes through. It's
Yeah.
like you said, look how far I've come. Wow, look what I've accomplished.
Yeah.
And sometimes we kind of take it for granted until we sit there and reflect. And I think when we are writing to share it, it's different than if we're just writing for our own reflection, right?
Right.
Because we're really being conscious about how we're presenting it and what does matter. And there's a word count, so you have to fit the pieces into, this specific story. So I love that. I love that you had this opportunity so far, and we're just getting started. We haven't even published yet. So it'll be cool to see kind of what other things want to open up for you. Was there a moment during the writing process that surprised you, or healed something, or gave you a new perspective?
A little bit of a new perspective. Like I said, when I was writing the whole piece about what I do, it gave me more perspective on how I can really help people with my process that I'm creating to
And
help people.
how do you help people? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I've been working on for a long time. I went to school for because I've had a lot of gut issues. So I've done a lot of things. I have so many certifications because it just
Yeah.
was more fun for me to just get certifications than it was to actually get out and share it. But I was enjoying the learning process. But
Sure.
what clarity I learned is that this whole time I've been building up to this moment, this whole time of all that learning and all that stuff has been creating this actual process that I do, which is called rebalance, rewire, reclaim, rebalance the body, the gut health issues, the anything that's going on. I do the functional medicine testing to do that. And then we rewire the subconscious beliefs and with nervous system rewiring, and I use breath work and stuff like that. But to really reclaim your life and reclaim who you are, and it mirrors my journey of what I've been through. So it's reclaiming your voice and your, basically putting yourself out there because, I'm really speaking to those people that have been hiding, hiding, uh, because that's the part I didn't want to share, that I was hiding, and that was scary to me to share that. But now I know I can help those women, because maybe even hiding in your own life, in your family, maybe even hiding and not standing up and standing into your true power. So that's the part that I guess I learned that that
Okay.
piece is coming together as well.
Full circle. I love it so much. And yeah, I think it's interesting because especially when we do like really purpose-driven work where, there's a deeper reason why we're doing it. And a lot of times our work is an extension of us, it's a personal, especially when we're doing transformational work, healing, energetic work, it's really, we have to walk the walk first. And so there's this illusion that people think that this process is linear, and I just don't think it always is.
No.
But we have these moments where we get to come into our own and reflect and realize, oh, all those, I wasn't stalled, I wasn't stuck. I was preparing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
And that's kind of how I felt. It's like you think you're stuck and you think, well, I'm not moving forward and I'm not getting stuff done. But really, I was learning and gathering information for this moment, right? To create the program that I'm creating now. So it's pretty
Yeah,
powerful.
absolutely. So this book is all about finding our strength, our voice, and our vision, which of those themes feels most alive in your story right now?
Probably strength.
Mm,
Probably strength. I'm. That's what that's taken a lot of strength to really put this out there.
Come out of the spiritual closet, so to speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and come out of your cocoon and say, "Oh my gosh, look what I've learned," and get to kind of present yourself as this butterfly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I know this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like you're getting started. When before we got started, you're like, yeah, I'm a little nervous. And this is just getting started. It's all practice, right? For different stages, different interviews, different opportunities, that this experience is gonna continuously open up for you. So super excited to watch your story unfold. Um, so let's see. What message or takeaway do you hope readers feel after reading your chapter?
Really that anybody can, you can all change is inevitable. We can always change. We're always changing, but you can really change your life. You can really you're not stuck and you're not broken is basically my message. I want to make sure that no matter where we're at, we're just in a place and we can always come out of it.
Yeah, that's a powerful message.
Mhm.
So, for those that are listening who feel they have a story, but they're not sure where to start, or they're hesitating with the idea of maybe being visible, what would you say to them?
Just do it. Just put yourself out there in any way that you can. It's
Yeah.
basically the best way to get over fear is to face it head on, I think. But for me, for a long time, the fear was debilitating and I couldn't face it head on. So take a one small step towards being visible.
Yeah. So maybe, start out by writing your story just for yourself or sharing it with a friend, or there's a lot of different ways to share a story. So just get
There,
started.
just a small blog or something that you just share.
Yeah, there's a letter or write a post. I mean, there's so many
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
ways. I actually write about in my chapter how I really started my writing journey by just writing on social media,
Yeah.
and writing to connect. It was a big piece kind of theme for me that has carried through. But yeah, there's so many platforms. We live in this incredible time. And also, if you're like, no, I'm ready to go full into this, there's so many opportunities available for people to share their story in books. So, yeah, just know that there's a lot of opportunities. And like Suelynn says, just do it, just get started.
Get started
Um,
in some way, even if
yeah,
it's scary.
yes,
I
be
remember
scared
the
to do it anyways.
I remember the first time I was doing phone calls for many years with this group I was talking about, and I was doing mentoring calls, and we were on the phone, and I was comfortable with that. But then Zoom came out, and
Mm.
we had to do Zoom calls. We had this thing called Webinar Jam. We had to do webinars. I remember how nervous I was to put my face out there, and now it's second nature to me to do these Zoom calls. So
Yes, we
once you
build that.
start, yeah, you build the muscle.
You build the muscle, we build resilience. You're like, oh, and then pretty soon you're like, yeah, I can hop on a Zoom call anytime, right? And then the next thing you know, it's being live streamed and you're getting interviewed.
Yeah.
So it is progression really starts and kind
Right.
of works. Um, so wh how do you see your story creating ripple effects, inspiring, supporting, or empowering others who read it?
Inspiring and supporting because basically it's going into what I do, and I'm hoping to inspire more people that can spark change in their life and spark to realize that we really can change things. We our brain is they found out we have neuroplasticity. We're not born, it's not all in your genes. They're finding out that they used to say that it's just genetic. You can't
Yeah,
change it. And many years ago they said that all the time, and now they're finding out that we can change our microbiome, we can change, and that gut brain connection can really change all of the stuff going on in your body. Your body's designed to heal, and we can find ways to do that. But also, the brain is neuroplastic and it can change with thoughts, feelings, emotions, and really doing the work, right?
yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing.
I
So,
love it. I love that you completely walk your walk. I mean, you spent a lot of years really digging in and learning this for yourself, and now and what you have been is, opening it up to lead other people through it. I think it's so
thank
important. I think it's true for all the authors in this book. I think it's one of the things that makes this collaboration so powerful is this is a really authentic group of people who want, desire, and are making changes not just for themselves, but for their community, for their clients, for their audience in different ways. And so, super excited. November 14th, this Friday, the digital launch is happening. Make sure to get a copy and read Suelynn's chapter. And all the chapters, obviously, but maybe something about this interview is really feeling resonant to Suelynn, go read her chapter. And if it resonates, please reach out to her and let her know how much you appreciate it, because it means the world to authors to get that kind of feedback. Sometimes it's funny because we talked about sharing our story. Sometimes it starts with just that outreach to someone else who shared their story. Hey, I have something similar that happened to me, or what you shared really resonated. And that can really start creating this momentum for us in whatever direction we're meant to go. So make sure to get a copy of the digital book on November 14th. The paperback is coming out just around the corner. But this date, November 14th, is really important to us. So, wrapping this up, what's next for you now that your story is going to be out in the world? What projects, offerings, or dreams are unfolding for you in this experience?
Well, I'm working on the offer right now for my new program, so I'm dialing that in. I hired a business coach to help me with those parts that I needed. So we're really dialing in the offer and really getting that ready to go. So basically that should be out by the end of the year. So
Yay, super
I'm excited
exciting.
about that.
Um, and absolutely. So if this interview with Suelynn resonates, make sure to get a copy of The Power Within. It's 99 cents on Amazon for the Kindle. On this Friday, there's links to connect with her. And I know she would love hearing from you. So is there anything else you want to share before we wrap this up?
I just want to say thank you to you and thank you to Jenny and all of the beautiful, amazing women that are doing this project together because it's really fun to come and collaborate with some amazing people and it was a great opportunity. I'm glad that I saw that it was.
You said yes. You said yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. It's been an honor, and I'm super excited to see how this journey continues to unfold for you. And yeah, I think there's one thing that I just want to add is, doing a project like this is really unique in it's a collaboration with a group of people who really have this effort, this vision to create this successful outcome for this. And I think it's unique in, like, you can learn next to someone or you can work with someone, but when we're all coming together, sharing sometimes stories we've never shared with anyone, being vulnerable, being scared and doing it anyways, pushing ourselves out there, it really creates this unique opportunity for connections and, ways for us to continue to work together, to continue to support each other. And I'm excited to see how those connections continue to unfold. So thank you so much for being here with me,
Yeah.
Suelynn. And yeah, excited for this Friday and beyond.
Yes, me too. I'm absolutely very excited and excited to see what this brings and how many people we can empower with this Power Within a book.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone.